You want to know the kind of day that makes you question the entire neighborhood you live in? Because I swear that Tuesday morning I watched a full-blown HOA Karen call 911 on my daughter, the county sheriff, in our own driveway right in front of God and everybody. You can't make this stuff up. Picture it, my daughter, coffee and hand badge gleaming in the sun, full uniform, just back from her shift, standing there by her fully marked cruiser. And there's Karen 3 houses down, clutching her purse and her pearls, dialing the cops. On the cops. Yeah, that happened. And let me tell you, nothing was the same on our street after that. See my daughter, her name's Rachel. She'd just been promoted after years of working every miserable hour law enforcement could throw at her. Night patrols, holidays, missed courtrooms that sucked the life out of you, the whole grind. So when she finally got that shiny new badge and a regular schedule, you better believe I was as proud as a dad could get. And that morning she did something simple. She came home. She parked her cruiser in our drive, stepped inside and poured herself a cup, just happy to sit and be off duty for a change. That should have been a quiet moment for us. But in HOA land, nothing's ever that easy. Now I have to back up a second, paint this picture. Our neighborhood's the kind with perfectly trimmed lawns and mailbox paint codes that probably have their own sacred scrolls. The HOA's so strict you'd swear the grass was fake. And Karen, she's the self-declared sheriff of nothing, always patrolling, always judging, always sending out those all-caps email blasts about trash cans or porch lights or how someone's Halloween wreath is an affront to property values. If there's a rule, Karen's got a magnifying glass out, ready to pounce. And for whatever reason, she never liked us, maybe because I don't show up to her so-called community events. Or maybe because Rachel, being an actual law enforcement officer, won't pretend to laugh at her little power trips. So I'm standing in my kitchen coffee brewing when I see Karen strutting down the sidewalk, phone already out, eyes locked on my daughter's cruiser, like she's spotted a bank robber. Before I can even open the door, she's already barking something about commercial vehicles aren't allowed in the subdivision. She's wagging her finger, waving the HOA handbook like a warrant. I try to be civil, tell her, "Hey Karen, that's my daughter and this is our driveway." But she's not listening. She's ramping up, getting louder, saying the sheriff's car is government property and not for residential areas. She's on a mission and logic has left the building. And here's the twist. She's not just raising her voice for effect, she actually dials 911, right? There tells the dispatcher, there's a suspicious government vehicle in the neighborhood, refuses to identify herself, and claims whoever's driving won't leave. My blood runs cold. My own kid in full uniform standing 10 feet away being described like she's a threat. I want to scream, but Rachel, cool as you like, says quietly, "Let's just wait for the responding unit, like this happens every day." You know what I mean? That's the kind of calm you only earn the hard way. 5 minutes later, another cruiser pulls up. This time it's a deputy on active patrol. Karen runs toward him like she's about to win the lottery, babbling about impersonating officers and trespassing. And I'm thinking, lady, you are about to dig a hole so deep, you're going to need a ladder to see daylight. The deputy gets out, straightens up when he sees Rachel, and with that crisp tone only law enforcement uses, he nods. "Sheriff, good afternoon." The look on Karen's face, pure comedy. You could practically hear the gears grinding in her head. She starts backpedaling. "Wait, you're the sheriff?" She said she was visiting. But Rachel doesn't let her off the hook. She steps forward, holds out her badge so it shines in Karen's face and says, "You're free to file a complaint with me." I swear Karen's jaw almost hit the pavement. Silence. Then the deputy turns to her all business and says, "Ma'am, do you realize making a false report to 911 is a criminal offense?" Suddenly, Karen looks a lot smaller. She clutches her phone like it might save her. Stammers, something about just following HOA rules. The deputy isn't buying it. He gives her a formal warning for misuse of emergency services, tells her it's being logged, hands her a card and walks away. Karen takes the card like it's on fire. And you know what happened next? The entire neighborhood turned into silent spectators. Curtains twitch, Blinds close, everyone pretending they didn't just witness the showdown of the century, but, they're going to be gossiping about it for months. That night, our doorbell rings. First, it's Mrs. Green with cookies saying she's never seen anyone handle Karen so calmly. Then the single dad from next door giving Rachel a nod of respect. Somebody else asks if she'll show up at the next HOA meeting as a character witness. You can't make this up. Karen vanished. No more sidewalk patrols, no more group emails. The HOA handbook mysteriously disappeared from her porch. She didn't show up to the next board meeting either. Word is, they relieved her of her compliance duties. Life got real peaceful, real fast. Rachel still visits, still parks her cruiser right in our driveway. Only now she gets waves instead of complaints. The neighbor kids look at her like she's some kind of superhero. Karen scurries past, won't make eye contact, doesn't say a word. And maybe, just maybe, she finally figured out that respect matters more than rules. And you don't call the law on the law. But here's the kicker, sitting on the porch that night. Coffee gone cold, Rachel says. She didn't know who she was dealing with, but she does now. And I just sat there thinking, yeah, maybe everyone else does too. So what do you think? Was Karen just doing her duty, or did she cross the line? Would you have done the same in her shoes, or was this whole circus just another case of HOA power going way too far? Drop your thoughts below, because honestly, I'm dying to hear where y'all stand on this one.